charge of this match against the backdrop of a light drizzle. So South Africa against Wales for the plate here in Hong Kong in 2014. And they've met on 34 previous occasions, but Wales have only won the solitary one game, and that was in Glasgow 3 years ago. And they're under the pump here right from the outset. Werner Kok, full of vim and vigour. This is Jamba Ulengo. Will that try be given? Richard Kelly will want a word with his assistant referees.
The grounding's fine.
So, try some. He's not in touch. No, try.
Not in touch, try given.
Yeah, Jamba Ulengo. He's been used sparingly, but he got 2 tries against the USA in the last side. Gets his start and gets outside Luke Morgan. Strength and power from the South African player.
Sliding into the corner, tall, rangy Jamba Ulengo opens the scoring in this plate final, playing for 13 championship points. The runners-up gets 12 points. The conversion is missed. South Africa lead by 5-0. Hong Kong is a new experience for some of these players. Williams, the orchestrator, the playmaker. Khaduld back in his own 22 on his own. Ross Jones is the sweeper back there to take the return kick. What about effort from the Wales number 1? Good pace being shown, but good defence as well from Kwagga Smith. And Ross Jones has to get back up on his feet very quickly to deal with Smith, as James Davis and Jason Harris between them bundle Chris Dry over his own try line.
Excellent pressure play there from Wales. Their defensive line was right on Stefan de Pinaar. And it's the attitude of these Welsh players. Remember 12 months ago in the main cup final against Fiji, they showed such heart. And they're going to have to show that heart again to come back and take on this great South African team. Standing behind the scrum is Ross Jones. There he is, a change of direction. Jones is there. Well worked try for Wales. Lee Williams and Ross Jones in concert. A lovely little switch play there from Ross Jones to go on the angle, and sometimes you have to split a defence like that.
So this for the lead. Jones makes no mistake. So midway through the first half of our plate final, Wales lead South Africa by 7-5.
Well, it's interesting because Lee Williams hasn't been maybe as prominent as he normally is, but he's still a great reader of the game, and a beautiful pass there to find his colleague Ross Jones for that try for Wales.
Yeah, he's the most experienced player in this squad, and boy, do they need his experience with squad captain Adam Jones injured. But he should be back before long, as will hopefully be the strike runner Chris Knight. A heap of injuries suffered in Port Elizabeth before Christmas, and that certainly has had a dramatic influence and bearing on Wales's campaign in recent times.
Well, this young man, Justin Khaduld, has shown great maturity. 20 years of age as well.
Yeah, he took over the fly-half duties from Cecil Africa in Tokyo. Cecil was injured earlier on today, so Khaduld is there once again. Kok, been very impressed by Werner Kok in the last 2 tournaments. Chris Dry. All these South African players are contracted by now. Kwagga Smith is the latest of them, the under-20s representative.
Ball is out.
The ball will be a little greasy now, I fancy, with a steady drizzle falling on the Soko Stadium.
Watch Jason Harris here where he manages just to dislodge the ball. Got away with it, knocked it on.
Just wait, both sides. Wait for the ball and then we can strike. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Williams to Jones again. It's the tactical kick that's favoured. Geduld is back there once again. How good is the chase now? There was that knock forward. Yes, it was. A rare mistake by Justin Geduld. And he knows it.
The vagaries of a bouncing rugby ball.
Let's make sure the ball's out before we come on. Crouch.
Well, the cry of Wales goes up in the grandstands.
Set.
As Lee Williams feeds. Hardly any room on the narrow side. Oh, lovely offload to Jason Harris, looking to muscle his way towards that South African try line. Big and strong, the Carmarthen Quins wing three-quarter, now contracted player.
Great body positioning, wasn't it? From the tackle of Justin Geduld.
Climbing high was Chris Dry. Wales looking to crowd out the South Africans here. James Davis is the man penalised.
Taking the receiver, taking out number 9.
So competitive. Geduld finds touch midway between the 22 and the 10-metre line. There is Gareth Williams, taking over as interim coach from successful Wales coach Paul John. Hasn't had the best of luck in recent times, but whatever happens, there will be 20 points garnered on the Asian leg on the HSBC World Series, and that is as much, if not more, than Wales could have hoped for with the catalogue of injuries that they have had suffered. Harris, the speculative kick. Cock is back there. Oh, what a mess. Oh, what a try. That's a reward for perseverance. And young Harris is delighted with that one.
Yeah, the 25-year-old Jason Harris, Werner Koch, wearing that number 5 jersey. Well, we had one for Japan.
We've seen some comical moments this weekend, Scott. Collins and Gera's catastrophe, which led Wales to the Cup quarter-finals, and that is shown what she knows.
Because against wasn't it, in the qualifying final? But that's what happens. That is why the rugby balls are shaped that way.
Well, the late Cliff Morgan would have it so that it's shaped like an egg, because in Wales, when a baby is born, they pull back